First thing the next morning, sun's about to rise over Bequia again. There's Lindy. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
It's our 20-year wedding anniversary. So of course we're going out on a sail that Lindy's kind of nervous about. Lucky her. That shouldn't be too bad. We're gonna go across the big island of St Vincent that you saw yesterday, continue up the coast, and then shoot across to St Lucia. Maybe have our anniversary dinner by the Pitons. All right, here we go. We've got the mainsail set, and we're turning out here towards the main island. We've never done this before, so we'll be getting to new water right up here. They apparently call this first part the Bequia blast because wind is going to come blasting around the corner and hit us, but I don't know, it's a mild kind of day, so maybe it won't be too bad.
Here's hoping.
You can kind of see a line in the water up there. That's the start of where the wind will be funneling in between these two islands, Bequia and St Vincent. We've got 8 knots of wind speed right now. We'll see what it is when we get up here. Yeah, 11 knots. A little bit more. Got up to about 18 knots there. Hitting the Bequia blast within minutes of starting our passage wasn't the best thing for crew morale, but the gap between these two islands isn't much more than 5 miles, so we knew the strong winds would be over soon. We've got the motor off and sails up, moving along. Nice. Bequia. Loves healing like that. You can see it in her face. This first little leg is short. We're gonna be motoring behind the big island, babe. Awesome.
I've mentally got all that in my brain. Don't worry.
Is this what you thought you'd be doing on your 20th anniversary? We need to thaw out some steaks or something. In the freezer, I know. There's the gusts across here. They really get us healing, you can see. Rails about in the water there. We can move that traveler all the way over, baby. Power the sail. Looks pretty good otherwise. I may spill a little wind out just to, we're going really fast right now. 8 knots, 8.2. We can definitely go slower and still have a nice sail. Alright, that set us up some. We're humming along now. I mean, we're going fast. The winds have gotten a little steadier, a little less gusty. And the water's smoother here than it was all day yesterday, that's for sure. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but if it does, this little gap's going to be nice. It always happens that at the very tips of the islands, the eastern wind bends around the land and goes more on the nose of the boat. Then, further into the gap, the wind will flatten out and stay more truly east, allowing for better sailing conditions. Though with only the open Atlantic Ocean off to our side, the winds will almost always be quite strong and the waves pretty big. We're starting to come into the lee of the island now a little. Seas are starting to lay down. Wind, very nice. It's our first more and more close-up look at St. Vincent. We're pretty excited. We're gonna go real close to the shore all the way around it, and we'll get to see the volcano and the areas that were affected by it last year, so should be pretty interesting.
Alright, so Zach went down below to make some coffee, and while he was down there, the wind completely died. And it's on our nose. So there's 4 knots of wind at 18 degrees, and we're going only 4 knots. So, yeah. Got the engine going. We're going to roll in the head sail, get the main more center line and motor sail up the coast of St. Vincent.
The island of St. Vincent really looks pretty. Shame we won't be going ashore. We'll have to come back there one day and tour around on it. Looks like a cool place. I mean, after we do Martinique and Guadeloupe and all that, we'll eventually come back down here. And, we're kind of skipping over St. Vincent, we're skipping over St. Lucia, we're going to skip over Dominica. So we want to go to all those, so we will eventually. The motoring section of this passage up the coast of St. Vincent is about 12 miles. So we had roughly 2 hours of calm to prepare ourselves for the large gap between St. Vincent and St. Lucia. Around this point, we'll start to head north a little bit. Over here, it's just flat. Nice motoring conditions. That's it. When we get past the tip of St. Vincent, we'll have 25 or 30 miles to go to the anchorage at St. Lucia. So it'll probably take us about 5 hours to cross the gap. Not too bad. Oh yeah, this island, beautiful. A couple other sailboats out here seem like they're going the same direction. This one here is who we were sailing next to across the gap. They left Bequia exactly when we did. Nice. I can see the lava flow, scars in the side of the hill. Wow, that's crazy. So somewhere around this point here, we're gonna head off to port and start sailing across the gap. Here comes the swells again. And it was dead flat all along that east coast. But this is the start of it, just a little bit of rocking. You can see these big areas of black sand where the lava flow spilled out into the ocean and just destroyed a swath of where the trees were. It's a big one right there, and they're just kind of lining the shore. Wind's definitely picked up now. We're starting to feel it spill around the side of the island. Yeah, The Bequia blast gets a cool nickname because a lot of times people are taken off guard by the heavy weather sailing in such a small gap. But there's no nickname needed, and no one gets taken off guard by the expanse we were about to sail, fully exposed to the winds and waves of the Atlantic Ocean. With one last look at Lucifer Volcano, it was time for the real sailing to begin. All right, see you later, St. Vincent. We're angling out now. There goes the volcano. Next stop, St. Lucia. We're more or less on our heading. Because we stayed in close to shore to get this better angle and get a good look at the volcano, there's some pretty good wind funneling right around the tip of the island. So I think that this is going to be the worst of the wind and the waves, and when we get out a little bit further, should be a little bit better, and also the wind will get where we can turn the motor off and sail. But for the next, I don't know, could be 45 minutes or so, we'll just sort of motor sail out, be a little bit of pounding, and then the next probably about 4 hours we'll be sailing across the gap. Hopefully with a little bit, these seas will move a little bit more off to our starboard as well as the wind, and they will, but just got to get out there first. Again here, we were dealing with the winds and the waves bending around the tip of the island, hitting us more on the nose for an uncomfortable ride and a poor sailing angle. And also again, we knew the further we got away from the land, the more the wind and seas would move around to our beam and allow better, smoother sailing. The seas have already settled. Wind shifting around as we get clear of the point. There's a sailboat up ahead of us that started just a little forward of us on the coast. Looks like he's going to the same place we are. Another one that started from Bequia, sailing back over there. See more sailboats back behind us with their sails up, so we'll have company out here. Motor's off now. Things are looking good. We've got about 16 to 20 knots of wind apparent. 63 degrees off apparent. Speed over ground 6.8 knots, and our actual speed of the boat, if you take away the current, we're like going 8.5. So we're really flying along. Got about 23 miles till we're there. Nice. Fading in the background. It's pretty cool. We looked forward just a little bit ago, and all of a sudden, I mean, we could see St. Lucia clearly and the Pitons just right offshore, it appeared. Pretty faint, but we can see it. How you doing, Lindy?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good, good. We're doing good.
A little rough to see out here. The wind's pretty high for my personal taste, but we are going fast. It means it should be over quicker. I try to get that in my brain.
About midway out here now. Passage is still going well. Winds have been pretty consistent in the seas, and we've been watching this guy, the Nordic Stavanger, get bigger and bigger on the horizon. We picked him up on AIS. He's going to be going right behind us with about a mile to spare, so he had us kind of nervous. But we went in front of him and he's going on. You can see there's St Vincent behind us. Big ocean swells. Some bigger than others. There's St Lucia. Lindy nestled in her little spot. Yeah, I think he's like 400 foot.
Crazy. This is probably a calm, smooth sea for
Yeah,
a boat like that.
I would say so. Lindy had to go down below. Let's check on how things are down there. What's it like down below, Lindy?
It's a little extreme.
Did you survive?
Yeah. I'm gonna put these.
Oh yeah, what do we got?
We got some steaks for an anniversary dinner.
All right. Okay, well hurry up and get them back in there and come back out before you get hurt. Who knew that going to the bathroom could be such an adventure?
Extreme sport.
Closer we get to St Lucia, I mean, just the more impressive like the vista is of its profile. It's awesome. And we're just crushing it in terms of sailing. Wow. 7.5 knots. 8.3 if you count what the boat's actually doing with the current against us. The apparent wind's at 58, been hanging right around 17 to 18. St Vincent, pretty faint on the horizon. Waves are settling out now as we get in behind the point of St. Lucia. Nice sailing. It's all been pretty good, but when you're out there and, like, you know, the boat's flying along, heeled over, and going over big ocean swells, when it gets like this, it's just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. See, now the rail's not down near the water with a bunch of water coming on the deck like it was. Let's see. We've got 30 minutes to go till we turn in to the anchorage. Our depth meter quit working yesterday. That's annoying. Garmin, boo. Have to get another one of those when we get to Martinique. It's not really dangerous around here. We're in deep water all the time and we just won't take any chances, but oh well.
The Pitons were a sight to behold, and we were super excited to be going and anchoring in such a beautiful place. This long passage was now mostly behind us, and it felt great to be coming into port.
Okay, the little area where we're going to find a mooring ball is starting to come into view. It's right in between the Pitons. Up in there, so just sort of sailing a little further. St. Lucia really looks awesome. Nice. I keep saying, wow, here we are. That's Petite Piton. And Gross Piton. Looks like we're amongst like resorts and stuff here. Of course, we can't go to shore. It's all right. We're just doing the old yellow flag again. Lindy's getting things back in order downstairs.
Did you see everything is in the sink?
Oh. Wow. Huh. All right.
What you doing out there, Zach?
Oh my gosh. Along with the water maker, this here is a life changer. Freshwater shower. We rinsed off the Dodger and everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's awesome.
He's like a new man.
I love it. Thanks, Kevin. Oh man, we're all cleaned up now and relaxing here at the Pitons. We're about to watch our anniversary sunset here in St. Lucia. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a nice one. Nice anniversary.
Yep.
What a sunset. The wind has the boat like slowly rotating, so we can just sit here in our comfy spot in the cockpit and just look out the back. We don't even have to turn our heads, and it'll rotate further, and we can look at the other Piton, and then it rotates and we look at the sunset, and then back again.
Crazy.
Pretty awesome. Anniversary dinner is in effect. We got the ribeyes. I see a cast iron skillet over there. Garlic bread. I'm guessing the baked potatoes are in the oven. Oh man.
Steak, baked potatoes, salad, and some garlic toast.
Awesome. Oh, and some Netflix. What? All right. Happy anniversary, babe.
Stay tuned for our next episode where we sail away from the Pitons and finally make arrival in Martinique.
Only about 6 or 7 miles to go. Apparently the sun does not want to be recorded.